take some time while it's warming up, reflecting on the last work and how she feels today. Then that's how you plan your training session for that day. You say, okay, what doesn't feel quite right? What piece is not feeling quite right? And you work on that piece. You know? But it's usually moved them forward and keeping them soft and round. If you think keeping their neck round, everything balanced, everything in rhythm, and having the tools to change it with adjustment of the rib cage. Now yesterday she was probably a 6 cantering to the right.
Yeah.
Today she was probably a 7, 7.5. It's still not, it's not great, but much improved. So you just have to keep working on it. That would be one thing you really work on.
Okay.
And your downward transitions, instead of taking hand strides to push her so she makes that move, you get it down to where it's all part of the package, and within 2 strides you're...
Okay. So when I do the sitting trot or the posting trot, and from there to the canter, that was like you said, it's been easy, more easy for them to understand as the canter. So I don't worry very much from the walk to the canter.
Not yet. Not yet. Now, you've already taught her that, right?
Yeah, I kind of didn't do it.
Yeah, and that's fine. Obviously, if you're going to show her in November, December, you know, any time you can do that. You can do it. It means I just like to trot to the canter so that they stay more relaxed, understand it. The transition from the walk to the canter means that they have to elevate at the walk,
Yeah.
which is much more difficult, and sometimes they get too nervous doing it. So I just want to keep them more relaxed. But if you're going to show her, you know, in a couple months, and you probably could show this, Mary, you're going to have to practice it. Let me watch it. That'd be a good thing. Go ahead and walk her and collect her up, and let me see you take it.
Are you just asking, or like when you say stopping outside there, or just get it with a whip?
I want to see you take it before I say anything. I want you to do like you've been normally doing with her. I will tell you, if you've got to get her real good at the walk. You've got to have her as collected as you can at the walk, because that puts her in balance, and then you can control the... Good. That's right, just kind of let her relax now. When she relaxes enough, I just want you to put her up into the canter a little bit. Put her up into her face just a little bit when you're ready. Back to a canter, more collected. Right, that's better. Now back to a trot. A little more right rein. Just keep taking her nose back to you until push, push, push. You raised up there a little bit. Nice, nice. And walk. Okay. Now, is that about average departure for you, or does she do it better?
No, that's the normal way, that's what I.
Okay, so she trots 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, normally she didn't canter, now she's figured out, trot a little bit and then go to the canter.
Okay.
That's the hardest time that it's working on her.
Okay. As I said to you the first day, the canter departure is a very complex collected move, and we tend to just to throw them in it and teach them to jump forward and canter. A lot of horses don't relax, so we create more of that. So if we're not ready for a horse show or not cramming to go to a horse show, then I do it from the trot to the canter. And my advice on this mare is don't even think about showing her till Scottsdale. Have her really ready for Scottsdale.
Yeah, well, that's what I told Steve and Diana when they got here, and that's why I asked you the other day. Because, like I've been having after June, that's when we,
No, you got her in July.
July.
Yeah.
She was broke. She just run free, a little nut, and yeah, she'd been riding at home with Diana.
And he was doing fine, before I came, but in 3 days,
Yeah.
this mare has come together.
I'm just pushing too hard, and then she started getting nervous, and she started
Right.
getting.
The whole key, particularly, this mare's probably going to be a country mare. Just, I think that's what she is. So we have to make sure, and I like to do it even on the English and the Parkwood, they have to stay relaxed.
They have to say.
But that doesn't mean that they can't be doing a lot, but they have to, they have to stay as relaxed as much as possible, because they only learn when they're in a relaxed state of mind when you're teaching it to them. If they're all uptight, you can force them to do stuff, but the next day you'll have to force them more, and then they get more uptight, and then it becomes a wreck. So take advantage of having 3 or 4 months, and have, I see nothing that's hurt her in any way, but she's not a super relaxed horse. It doesn't take much for her to get.
Yeah, to get a little nervous,
Right.
and she started getting.
So we have to be careful with her, but, trotting her like we're doing, and so forth, that's not going to be hard on her physically, and it's going to be real good for developing all the muscles, keeping her relaxed. Now, I don't know when I'll be back, but I can tell you how I would teach her to canter, just in case you get ready for it, and what I would do is, I would be walking her, and I'm going to find the easiest spot in the arena to get up the canter. So if I'm going to canter to the right, I'm going to have a nice collective here at the wall, right? I'm going to come to this corner, and I'm going to come off the rail a little bit, and then I'm going to angle it to the corner. I'm going to pick up my reins, and I'll use about equal, and I'll put my shoulder up and move my leg, my outside leg onto them. And if they don't lift up, then I'm going to tap them and ask them to canter. If they trot a couple steps, I want to make sure I got enough impulsion and I've got her set up that she's going to take the canter. Once she takes the canter, give rein until she relaxes. If she trots 3 or 4 steps, relax, bring her back to a walk, find another place in the arena, and try it again. But each time if she's not responding, you're going to have to tap her a little harder. So that's the part of teaching them they have to be mentally prepared for, because if you're tapping too hard before they're understanding that, then you can create your mess. So I'd rather you kind of either trot them into it, or like I was doing, or like you did, where you allow them 3 or 4 steps. But at one point, she'll have to learn, when you set her up, and you even finish show horses, I like to have them 45 degrees to the rail. I just pick up a little outside rein, but I've got their inside shoulder where I want it, and then I just ask them to step into it.
Okay.
But
Got that?